For our next few assignments, we're going to really focus on the idea of creating things in three-dimensional space, drawing them in two-point perspective, and taking photo reference and the proper use of photo reference. It's good to have several pieces so that you're not copying them either, but essentially you never copy another person's design, and you keep away from those influences until you're settled on your direction, the way that you want to go. We did that last week, as you recall. We put our X on our violin, and we transferred the shapes from the front to the back. You saw how we mapped that out. That was our template and our concept for how you were going to work on your luggage. With your luggage, last week in class, we drew up our template. I can't get it the exact size. It won't fit in my document camera. This is just a copy I made and blew it up so I could see it here for you all. But this was on cartridge paper. We did all of this. We had our two vanishing points. We mapped our shadow shapes in box shape. And then you were meant to look at your reference photo and find a shape, a geometric shape within it, that you knew you could turn into whatever it was that you were making. So mine was ladybug, so I went with an oval. If yours was a horse, you would have chosen a cone for the neck, a circle for the jaw perhaps, and a cone for the nose. So you'd have more than one geometric shape to play with. That was the idea behind this, and what it did was maintain your unusual shape in two-point perspective. And this you did on tracing paper and attach it to your template underneath. This week, what you're going to do, first of all, is make some little thumbnails, some ideas about this transformation, how this is going to go from this to this, my ladybugs. And you never stop looking at your references, and again, have more than one, so you get a good idea. And you're looking for likenesses, repeat things. So this was repeated in my design. This little fella here, that was repeated, but some things were very different. That gave me more of a choice. I could choose one thing or another, looking at both of these. From that little thumbnail, now we're going to start working on how it's going to actually look at the actual size. This too is on tracing paper. I found it easier to take a piece of tracing paper and put it over the backpack and design that separately, and then put a piece of tracing paper over the roller buggy thing and design that one, and then tape them all together, because what I ended up doing was cutting a little bit off of that, and I tilted it a little, it made it look a little rounder. So you can do a little finessing once you get the shapes in place. But if you do them both on the same piece of tracing paper, then it's a problem. I'm also going to show you in the video how to design your logo, how to come up with a name and design your logo. And this time it is hand-drawn, but you refine it. You take a big marker and you go at it, and then you piece the things together and put it underneath, and then trace it over, and you get your design. You may have to resize it. If you get something really nice on a separate piece of paper, you're going to have to resize it and fit it in. This is our next part. You've got all the way up to here, and this is the part you're going to do next. And then over top of that, you're going to do a detailed pencil line drawing. This is supposed to be on marker paper. It's in pencil only. And now I've got my logo in place. Don't forget that you have a glass cabinet that you have to also show. The universal symbol for that are two diagonal lines spaced apart. Now I've got all this resolved. I've got my bug crawling on its big leaf. This has a big leaf in behind it too. This is all fabric on a backpack. And remember, this part is hard. It's like a carapace. Whether you're doing a bug or not, it's a hard piece. And I've got my adapted shadow and my setting. I know I'm going to have it in grass, some turf. This thing is solid at the back, or it could be glass too, and this could just be on top of the glass. That's our next step for this. These two pieces, always depending on your reference material. You never stop looking at it.